sources of revenue that they are having. They also have the same challenge in terms of revenue generation, but now they are exploring the online, the digital platform, and also the support from the federal government that's funding, and also NGOs that are there that receive funding from government that are supporting media development. That is very important.
Knowing that the media is in fact, that's the second area I wanted to go through. Knowing that the media is the third estate, we call it, media plays a great role in terms of securing a national development. There is no better national development that could be communicated to the people without the use of media. And with that regard, what would you be your stand in terms of to seek donations from the government? Do you think the government really needs to chip in here to empower the media? Because looking at the record currently, the Gambia fell from where it used to be. Like the respect have dropped compared to last year's result. So what would be your advice to the government in order to address this, to bring a better, to communicate the development? If you look at the US, the Hollywood has done a lot. I can talk a little about the United States because of Hollywood movies that I watch. I can talk a little about the United States because of the CNN that I watch, because of the BBC America that I watch, because of other news media, the Fox News. So the Gambia could also be the same, but I think you have a better explanation to this.
In the US, you have organizations that are funded by federal government and that are supporting media. You also have media, for example, the Voice of America. It received directly funding from the federal funds, from the federal government. The credibility of the media and making sure that media never crumbles, because if not, the state will crumble. So media is important. So it's not even a donation, but it's funding media through public funds. That is the taxpayers, and doing a waiver, tax waiver. You can even waive tax and say, because media is also giving out information, promoting education, awareness creation. So I think it's important that the government chip in. It will boost our democracy, our values, transparency, accountability, and also public trust between government and the people. And people will be willing to pay tax, willing to comply with the laws. They will understand what is going on, how they will respect government. So that area, I really want to even discuss further with the Minister of Information on this, which is very relevant. Even Norway, countries like Norway, they are doing it. Countries like America, the United States, because they believe that the media cannot die. And
if the media dies?
Yeah, if the media, no, it collapses, obviously.
Finally, I have a final questions with you. Comparing the two states and also knowing this, there is a new modern communication tool that people are using, that is storytelling, to address certain issues. Sometimes you could even use it as a way of advocacy. Knowing this, what is the GPU under your through this visit to the United States, where you've learned the role of a media promoting national development? What mechanism would you put in play to see this come to life?
Finally, as you stated, it's to engage different media stakeholders and discuss on how they promote, maybe using the digital storytelling, which is using podcasts or short videos to tell stories. To tell stories, so that it will, motivate people, especially young people who hardly go on TV or watch TV or listen to radios. So it's important, because this is the way out. We don't want to lose the elderly. We don't also want to lose the middle generation and also the younger generation. So it is important to look into this. I will continue engaging the stakeholders, and I'm also open to discussion. Anyone who really wishes to share my experience with and ideas, I am willing to, definitely. And thank you for definitely having me. You're also doing a great job, and this is also an inspirational way of giving out information, because look at the environment. It's not like the normal studio setting and then you're making it more interactive. So I think I will encourage you to do that.
Finally, what is your message to the young people who wants to be like you, who wants to also achieve the IVLP someday? This is indeed a legacy and probably could be the first journalist or media practitioner to benefit from such a program. It is indeed a great pleasure having you and to have heard you sharing your experience. What is your final message?
We have other journalists like Ali Cisse who also benefited, but with 1 week. Keba the same, but I think mine is like 3 weeks. It was like a great program. What I will advise is, look, just focus on what you are doing, because I didn't apply for this fellowship. The United States, Banjul, the U.S. Embassy in Banjul, thanks to them, I am really grateful to them, to the ambassador, Cecilia, very professional staff, and to my sister Fatmata Cisse. All of them help in facilitating my IVLP process, like the visa and all these things, and then they were communicating very well to me after my nomination. There was a good communication, and they helped me to know what I should expect, how I go about processing, what documents do I need. It was good. So just focus on what you do. Someone somewhere is watching you, and then your work will pay one day. And these are good things that really I'm excited, because US, I have been dreaming of visiting US for so long, and this was a dream come true. I'm hoping that more opportunities will come, and I would really want to explore more in the US, learn more, because I believe I have a lot of things to learn.
Thank you so much, Muhammed Esba, President Gambia Press Union, and also a beneficiary from the IVLP program. La abaraka bakela ko ani mole min kachadron akumata bakela kajo ko Muhammed kada motla miya ka talong marling Gambia journalist la ani media house la kunya la atalo mu ila president la kafomi alon ke talo marling journalist la hakola aning nyanda ka ila tamandro bulo samanya min ani milke kulu ni etinyaro ke akada motla miya lan ka ganyeta programme ka mi IVLP la miya lan akabona American Embassy la karola Muhammed la kata kubale atinala aganyeta kata nyum fellowship la pour kata karanke America banko kan ikele banko tamandi nyaadi le ila ada ko la anin ko la miya lan ko aba America de makan ka futat la do miya ko fabi mo bebe wuruka ka fonyin ka mol sambale la sawo sanna eta jeta karandro ka jeto la ka sate ko no kenyal karang kele man sakunda tamayal karang ila luwade dal la anin ka laltan di jero ala kacha ko la kumodo famiyan ka kuma da bakela min kam to ko min ila ada lalto la an million ko mil ka futa ka de maro kele banko kana ke banko sambanyato la ye lalade da ka dinkral da anin ka even fon ka demonstration da wala station la kede da pour ni mol nyaaje hakilo saburi kanna barakata nuclear la mo sala jantala ngamra ala nyin kacha ko la responsible authorities la o the right authorities mi ndia momoy isa kata ko ka kaja ko nyimu fenat mi anka kuma da bakela ka ajibe ko ka jela bari ni fote la adola e fote ila fanko la ila tariko la ita fensoro no isa min kachano mole somala min filtala tariko la amu moti mi anka pardeta woneda diama no monya mi anka ganyata la ala kuma falan kuma ko na min falan fo jela wolon ko kabin atara america la aje falan ko tanke ke bala mol la do ko siada ba ke journalist ya kono la iba do ko en ke kan min meta do ko min wala sal no kata mi la bakela dan mi anka nda kono bila imita kono la ibe do ko tamani ka nyamala e ba sama kanin kulola hani la pare nya fon ka tan ko mu journalist mi anka pere ka do ko ke o mu fena defal mi anka min dan la mol bulla sako mi anka ba journalist do ko wala isela ila pare nya jibe anin e fin la mol ka nyamina bari farabo e nyima ke tun ka wonyal diamo falam fani falam ko tan ka jo ko min daji ko ka tambe do ko kan ila daji ko kendo wala ke do ko wafi an wala ka ne do ko fa sama nyato nala ka taman jam fa bakal don ko kanyinda mandum fa kan jela bari ning asiata asa kanano e bulla baye de mandum falan so falan nala fani wo kan. The IVLP program is a program designed to select young leaders in the entire globe. These young people are transported to the United States, where they go explore the country and also learn the behavior and the culture of the Americans to implement this in their countries so that their countries will also grow. Remember, United States is one of the countries that is celebrated with the democracy, rules of law, and so many issues related to this. With me today, I had Muhammed Esba, where we discussed about his role in the IVLP program, where he's selected as a media personnel. Thanks to his selections and also being a journalist, we are today at the University of the Gambia, where we will engage with student journalists to also share their experience in terms of becoming a journalist and also the difficulties they face and what they expect when they become a journalist. Also, we will also discuss with someone who is also a beneficiary to the IVLP program, who is also a journalist. It's more like a day for the journalists. Alabaraka bakela makafle kana drong ni kacha yajina karola kaja ko tonya journalist ya man ka drong ka sefro da madron kela baystana wani banko kana kela adul karang ina yakan di jetola. You inform, you educate, you entertain, and the most important thing is you inform them and then they implement it. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's explore in the University of the Gambia, discuss with the students. Thank you very much. Now that I entered the School of Journalism and Digital Media at the University of the Gambia, I have my first candidate to talk to, who is no other person but Mr. Aliou Cisse. He has also benefited from the American Embassy's scholarship to transport people to the United States, where they learn their culture, good governance system in there, and also ethical codes to be used in the media to promote a national development. Here is he, and he is about to share his experience with us. Hey, Aliou, I'm so excited to meet you, and I would like you to share your experience with us.
Thank you very much, Uncle Cake or Alaji Suare, since that's the official name. It's good to have me on this program. Like you said, I mean, like many other Gambians, young Gambians, I've also been fortunate enough through the U.S. Embassy to be selected by the U.S. State Department to travel to the U.S., I mean, to better understand, I mean, various aspects of the United States of America, ranging from the U.S.-Africa collaboration, but equally how, I mean, the U.S. government, I mean, try to engage young people in promoting, I mean, good governance, human rights, and of course, I mean, civic engagement. So mine, I mean, like many others, also involved, I mean, traveling from one state to another, and then during the period, we get to understand how the U.S. Government is also trying to help in achieving food security, and of course, I mean, trying to understand, I mean, the history of the United States of America. I mean, the role of the people like, I mean, Martin Luther King, the role they played. I mean, of course, visiting where he was murdered. I mean, and all those areas, and trying to understand the U.S. in general in terms of, I mean, though, I mean, one will say, I mean, is a powerful nation in the world. I mean, they continue to, you know, prioritize, I mean, their partnership with Africa, and that was something that we really got to understand more. I mean, engaging with senior officials of the U.S. State Department.
What would be your message to the young people who are dreaming to become a journalist?
Well, my message to them is just to, you know, work on their dream. You know, it's wanting to dream to be a journalist, but you also have to work on the dream and, you know, be committed. I mean, it's not an easy job, to be honest with you, but then, I mean, at the start of everything, there are challenges, and if you're not someone who is really strong, I mean, then you will tend to, I mean, give up. But like most of us, I mean, when I was starting, I mean, 15, 16 years ago, I mean, it wasn't easy, but because of the passion and, you know, we know where we want to get to, that kept us going, and alhamdulillah, we're here. I'm still moving, still learning, and then for those who are aspiring to be journalists, for me, it's just let them be committed, let them work on their dreams, and yes, it's a nice profession.
Your final message to the team that supported your visit to the United States, that is the embassy?
Well, to the U.S. Embassy, I will further encourage them to continue, I mean, giving more Gambians the opportunity to visit the U.S. and get to understand more about the United States of America. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim.
Good morning. It's excited to meet you, and I understand you're a student of journalism and you're at the University of the Gambia School of Journalism and Digital Media. I would like you to share your experience with me as a student journalist, and what are you expected after completion?
Well, I'm so happy, actually. Well, being a journalist has always been, let's say, a dream that I had, and the passion is a passion, actually, that I had. So I'm expecting a lot. Even though, like, I know many students graduate and, you know, wouldn't get a better job at the time that they wanted it. So, but I believe as a journalist, I'm expecting that people like me that studied journalism should not be among those that would be like, the country is hard, I don't have a job. Because basically our field is everyday thing. We do it every day. Because people need to know what's happening every day. People need to be informed. People need to be educated. So basically, I believe I'm expecting a lot because I don't want to graduate and then don't have a job, which is not one thing. So being a journalist actually is something that is really amazing, and I know for sure that once I'm done, inshallah, I'll get a better job.
We have a student who benefited from the IVLP program, that is to travel to the United States and also learn the cultures and traditions of American way of broadcasting, and also to read and learn their culture too. What is your experience, or what would be your expressions to this, that if you should benefit from this trip, how do you think would really impact the national development of the Gambia?
This is so good, even though I am not one of them yet. But I believe it is something that they would have been proud of to be. It's a privilege, actually. So, well, I believe if I was one of them, then obviously I know that I have to come back and, give a feedback, explain everything that I actually went, so that others too that are here can be able to benefit and then know the importance of it. As you know, like if you're someone that have already been there, that is a dream actually. So you'll be like, this is a dream come true for me. So basically, I'm sure it's a duty for them to come back and try to do what is expected from them. Try to teach others. Try to motivate and persuade them. Try to tell them the things that they actually need, because they have benefited from it, and then tell them if you are to be part of this is what you will learn, this is what you will go through, this is what benefit that you will derive from. So I think I'm not one of them though, but I believe those that have been there actually must have had a very good time.
Come back after experiencing from the IVLP program and also implement what you've learned in there so that you could also build the Gambia to have the Gambia as the United States. Let's continue our visit inside. We have one more student for you. As I continue my visit in the School of Journalism and Digital Media, here is another story I'm going to share with you through a student who will share the importance of digital storytelling, which is a key component in national development. The IVLP, which plays a key role in national development. According to our beneficiary, or according to the beneficiary to the IVLP program, Mr. Muhammed, digital storytelling plays a key role in developing America, setting the Hollywood as a champion. Here is a student who will also share an experience with us to see if this is doable in the Gambia, and if done, how would it impact or will foster national development. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'd like to know your name and you respond to this question.
My name is Zainab Jallo, a journalism student and second year student. The role of digital storytelling in Hollywood, right? What this does, it brings this idea of like what you see in a movie is what you think the country is, and America has played a very important role in using digital storytelling, because I am a very big fan of Hollywood, and I have this picture of seeing America as this amazing country, as them being the most powerful, and that's what I see, even though if it's not that, but then that's what their movie tell us. They tell us that they are a great nation and they are amazing, and this is the role that they mostly play. That's what they have pictured in their digital storytelling.
You want to put this to the Gambia now?
Yeah, I think every country, if you want to advertise your country out there, the best thing is to use a storytelling, because this is when you use your own ideologies to put through what you really want people to think of your countries. And if you want to be painted out there, paint our good image out there, we should use this technique to act movies that will tell people who we really are. Because I think the image of Africa out there is really bad. Mostly they think Gambia or Africa is this poor, like mostly the picture that they will give you is this poor environment, animals, forests, that's all they see. But we are more than that. And I think it's time for us to use a better story to tell what we really are.
Beautiful. Finally, I'm expected to see you completing your studies in the next 2 years. What do we expect from you when you complete it?
Well, I will definitely be joining the newsroom. I'm planning to be a news anchor, like a presenter sort of. So you'll be definitely seeing my face on the news, inshallah.
I wish you good luck. Thank you so much. That's my final candidate to speak on the role of media in fostering national development, especially setting the United States as a country of sample that the Gambia could copy from. We deliberately use the United States because our main candidate for this interview was a beneficiary to the IVLP program, which is a program designated to send people to the United States where they learn the culture, their good governments, their good practices, and then collaborate with their own country to implement this. Globalization has brought this possible, and the Gambia is a beneficiary to these globalizations. We hope the people who will travel to the United States to learn from these projects and also travel there on their own will pick so many good behaviors and characters and other things that would really, really help them to build back home. It is nowhere else but the Gambia for us. For the Gambia ever through, to the Gambia ever through, for the Gambia our homeland. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoy our discussions, and back to the team in the field. Thank you so much. The Golden Bee Revolution TV show is a multiple award-winning television show established in 2019. It's a weekly TV show that focuses on health, education, good governance, and women empowerment. In our second phase of the program, the Golden Bee Revolution shall have extensions, discussions on the Sustainable Development Goals set by the UN for Agenda 2030. In this, we will have roundtable discussions as well as street interviews, which will be televised on Star TV. Join us every Monday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I am Alaji Chonosware. I will be your host. The Golden Bee Revolution TV show is a multiple award-winning television show established in 2019. It's a weekly TV show that focuses on health, education, good governance, and women empowerment. In our second phase of the program, the Golden Bee Revolution shall have extensions, discussions on the Sustainable Development Goals set by the UN for Agenda 2030. In this, we will have roundtable discussions as well as street interviews, which will be televised on Star TV. Join us every Monday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I am Alaji Chonosware.